Bethany, I know we're a little bit ahead of schedule. Are you okay to start? Yes? Bethany? Yes?
I am okay to start. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Bethany comes to us from, can you tell us again where you're from? Idaho, I think, is it? Or no?
I'm in
Yes.
Idaho. Yep.
Perfect. And I will now say thank you again to Yara and happy International Women's Day. And thank you for coming here. And Bethany, who is going to speak a little bit ahead of schedule. Oh my God, we're literally never ahead of schedule. It takes a bunch of women to stay on schedule. Like, we're so awesome. Go for it. Bethany Stone, tell us about
Thank
yourself.
you. Thank you. I actually am excited that we're ahead of schedule a little bit because after this, I have to go to a dance competition for the rest of the day because as moms and as women, we wear many hats. And I think that is something that is very unique to us, is that we are so nurturing and so loving and so caring, and that we can wear many hats. And being a dance coach and being a dance mom is another hat that I wear. So this works out really well. Um, some of the other hats that I wear is I'm also a bungee fitness instructor, and I'm also a mom to 6 kids. I'm also a Montessori educator. I am also a mindset and life skills coach. And that right now is my passion. That is what I do. And that is what I love to help people with, is teach them the life skills that they need to be able to change their mindset. And as women, I feel like we sometimes get so caught up and so stuck in our lives. We have so many things. We have a lot of the times homes to take care of. We need to nurture our friendships. Those are important to us. We need to make sure that we go to the grocery store because we have to feed people. Like, there's a lot of things and a lot of hats and things we just do because we're amazing. Women are amazing. We are very capable. One of the project that I'm currently working on is actually what I want to talk about because women are so amazing. I'm creating a program that I am so excited about because something I feel like we forget as women, because we give so much of ourselves, is to take care of ourselves, because we want to give so much all the time that we forget that sometimes we have to stop and take care of ourselves for a minute, because we cannot give from an empty cup. We need to fill our cups too to be able to give to others, because we have that nature of love and compassion and wanting to help. But if we keep giving and giving and giving, we end up being stressed and being overwhelmed and having so much anxiety and just not feeling good. And everything becomes too much. And we've reached that point where we have just had it. We're done. And that is because we have not filled our own cup. But I can tell you, I know how to fix this. I have figured it out. It has taken years and years, but I think I know. So here's the secret: there are 5 different areas of self care. And each one of these areas of self care, if you fill each area of self care, you will be able to fill your cup at a capacity that is overflowing. You will be able to fill other people's cups and feel fulfilled as a woman, as a wife, as an entrepreneur, as every type of thing that you're trying to fulfill, you will feel filled. So these cups, I'm going to make sure I don't mess them up, but you always have your emotional self care, you have your spiritual self care, you have your physical self care, your social self care, and your intellectual self care. Each one of these cups or buckets, whatever you want to call them, to fill, if you fill each of these buckets, you will be fulfilled and you will be able to give to others. And I love that idea, being able to not feel stressed and being able to give to others. Another speaker, I can't remember who said it, but I wrote it down. But We do. We experience burnout. We experience just exhaustion. But if we fill our cups, we're not going to feel the same exhaustion. We're going to feel fulfilled. I only do things in my life that fill my cup. People are like, "You are so busy. You teach ballroom dance. You tutor." I still tutor because I love to do it. You're running a business. You're doing speaking. You're being an author. I run. I also teach bungee fitness. Like I do a lot of things and I love to hike and I love to mountain bike and I love to do so many different things. And some people are like, "You're so busy. How do you have time?" And I make sure that I do things that fill my cup. Luckily, the things I like to do also fill other people's cups. And I think that that is just a natural consequence of the things that we do. But you make sure that you're in charge of your life. And as a business owner, I think the most prioritizable thing that we need to do to make sure that we're filling ourselves is making sure that we are running our businesses and the business isn't running us. I think that that is a tricky thing to play sometimes, but it's about creating healthy boundaries and creating an environment where you feel fulfilled and you know that it's okay and I can step away from this. So let's jump into these 5 buckets of self care. We're just going to quickly glaze over them. So the first one is we're going to talk about our emotional self care. Emotional self care is the thought process that we all go through. We all go through these times where we're trying to organize or do things in our lives, and all of a sudden a negative thought will creep in. You're not good enough. You can't do this. This isn't going to work. You're going to fail. When that happens, the natural process that happens next is that our bodies react to that negative thought. We're going to now have a hunched body. We're going to now be going inside of ourselves. We're not going to reach out to others. And then as the cycle continues, we're not going to be reaching our goals. We're going to continue to self-talk, negative talk, and we're just going to continue this cycle of negativity over and over and over again, and we won't have success. This is emotional self-care, is recognizing when you are in this vicious cycle and being able to cognitively reframe your thoughts and jump into a virtuous cycle, which is reframing that negative thought into a positive thought. You know what? I failed at this. Positive reframing is, you know what, that was really hard. I'm glad that I tried to do that. I'm going to have to try again, but at least I learned. Positive reframing is a tool that you can use in any type of situation. It takes a lot of practice, but the more that you practice it, the better you are. And the better you are, the more that you'll be able to reframe yourself and get out of that vicious cycle and be able to get into the virtuous cycle and be able to reframe your thoughts and have positivity in your life. Okay, the second bucket is spiritual self-care. Your spiritual self-care is literally connecting with you as a whole. I really feel like spiritual self-care, even if it's a religious denomination or not, there is a higher power, whether it's vibration, energy, God, you have a higher power in your life, and it is connecting with nature, with earth, with God, and realizing that there is a higher power, realizing that you need to be able to look inside yourself, feel that sense of peace, and get inspiration. How do you gain spiritual, emotional health or self-care? You can go on walks, connect with nature. I think that nature is the most beautiful place and also the most grounding, spiritually enhancing place. It's in nature where I can go hiking on a mountain and I can get my best thoughts and inspiration. There is an energy that is undescribable in nature. So connecting with your spiritual self-care. The third bucket is your physical self-care. What you eat, how you move, and when you sleep affects everything in your life. These are important aspects that you need to take care of. You need to take care of these aspects in your life. And putting that as a priority, coming up with tools on how to prioritize those things is very crucial. And if you're able to do that, then you're able to really elevate your life to a whole other platform and be able to feel so much better physically, emotionally, and mentally. All right. And then number 4, your fourth bucket is going to be your social self-care. Social self-care, you need to be able to fill your bucket socially, whether that is calling your mom every day, which I really tried to do. I tried to talk to my mom every day, or a sibling, or things like that. That fills my social cup. I also hang out with my friends. I make my friends a priority. If I'm thinking about my friend, I hurry up and send her a quick text, let them know I'm thinking about her, let them know that they're special. Feeling that and having that cognitive energy and that connected energy with other people just builds you. And we need to fill that cup. And then the fifth one is intellectual self-care. Always learn. Don't stop learning. Always be willing to learn a new concept, a new skill, read a new book, try a new hobby, pick up an instrument. Always challenge yourself. Get out a puzzle. Do something that's going to give you a little bit of pause and give you some challenge so that you can be able to fill that cup. When you fill each 5 of these cups, and they are, one more time, your emotional, your spiritual, your physical, your social, and your emotional self-care buckets, you will be fulfilled and you will be able to achieve unsurmountable things because you'll be able to give of yourself in a way that you'll never have even imagined because your cup is filled. It's just like how on the airplane, they always say, put your oxygen mask on first. The reason why is because if you put your mask on first, you can help others. They want as many people to be successful in the case of an emergency as possible. And that means taking care of you first so that you can take care of others. So if you are struggling and you are having a hard time just understanding and grasping life at the moment, look inwards for a minute. Are your buckets being filled? Are you missing something? Look at all these buckets. These are all important. If you look at all of these buckets, which ones are you lacking in? Which ones could you be fulfilling a little bit more? So I have a 5 video series on each of these that I will be launching by the end of next week. And if you're interested in learning about how to fulfill your self-care buckets even more, you can reach out and I can get you a downloadable PDF, or I don't know if it's a PDF. What is a video file? A video file, the thing, I don't know. And then you can watch about how to do this. And I'm really excited to launch this. I'm really excited to help women and entrepreneurs to really succeed by fulfilling themselves and learning how to help others by filling themselves. So thanks, Marianne, for everything. And thank you for this opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much for coming here. And I know you have to rush off to your dance competition. So thank you. See, we have a bunch of busy women here who have made time to help and empower all of you. So thank you to, oh my gosh, I'm so blessed. I have like the most amazing people around me. And these women are so amazing to have gifted us their time. So thank you so much, Bethany. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for everything and happy International Women's Day.
Thank you. Bye.